Boomer here. Hope everybody's doing well. And in this video, we're going to cover something a little bit different to a traditional Gohobo videos. And I guess just kind of trying to expand a little bit more on Town Hall 9 and even Town Hall 10 strategies. I know a lot of you are kind of in that middle stage of Town Hall 9 and eventually, I mean, if you grind through Town Hall 9, it doesn't take very long to get to 10. I want to say the time might be only about 4, maybe 6 months if you go real slow on your heroes. But anyway, just wanted to cover a different strategy, guys, because I know that Gohobo is not the end all be all. There's many different ways to get a 3 stars at Town Hall 9. And Town Hall 9 is one of the most difficult Town Halls to kind of master. But as you master, obviously, Gohobo and then Witch Slap, and if you're very good at Drag Flood, which is very prominent at Town Hall 8, and that carries into 10, then you can kind of, from Town Hall 8 to 10, really cover about 90% of the bases with 3 stars. You might find an odd base here or there that might be very difficult or just odd, that might require some more creativity, but overall, those 3 strategies kind of cover it all. So let's jump in and we'll kind of comment through the attacks. I know I don't put any music or anything like that on my videos, guys. That's just, I don't have much time to edit. But in this war, we're going to see 2 of them. I believe one was by Mike and one by Racer. So let's see. I think this was it. Yeah, this was one. So the general composition for Witch Slap at Town Hall 9, as you can see, Mike's got pretty much maxed out heroes. He's using a potion, but it carries around 8 witches, 5 healers, some wizards in there, and a golem. The golem's kind of for the center. And so what I have to say about this strategy is, oh, and I forgot that he does this. He does kind of a queen walk with it. It's a little bit different. So you'll see 2 different iterations here. The reason he brings 3 healers is because if he finds a Seeking Air Mine and it explodes on one of the healers, the queen will still be able to walk. And the other side, that's one side of the funnel. And the other side is 2 more healers with the witches. As you can see, the healers are kind of going away and healing the golem, but that's okay. He puts a jump in the center of the base, and that's really to give access to the core, guys. For the king, for the bowlers in the CC, he brings 2 jump spells, and I think the rest is just either heals or rages. And you'll see this army in the center is just going to absolutely wreck the core. He uses this, the king is really using it to its max potential, which is as a tank specialist. So you see that he is basically, it's not as strong as a golem, guys, but I mean, look at that. Takes out an entire Tesla farm. Mike kind of loses the witches on the top right side, but the queen walk is just going to be so strong in this that he'll be able to take out the majority of the base just with that. And time can become an issue. So obviously we have to watch out for that. So let's speed it up. I mean, even though it seems like he's still got much work to do, you have to realize that most of these buildings are trashed now on the outside, and they're no match for the queen walk, which he hasn't even used the ability. I don't think the attack went as well as Mike maybe wanted it to go, but you can see the strength of this attack in that even through this, the difficulty that he ran into, losing the witches and all that, he can still pull it off. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a way for that golem to not take the healers, but as a general rule of thumb, this is a very good way to, at the very least, safely get a high 2% star, and then if not, again, a 3 star. I don't think he ran short on time. So there's the army comp. Let's go watch a different attack. The next one is from PapaPickle. I believe he, yeah, so his army comp's a little different. He brings in a couple more witches, and he also brings in, hang on, let's go ahead and play it. He also brings in the golem, but only one less healer. There we go. Let's pause here. So his strategy is a little bit different. Instead of using a queen walk to funnel one of the sides, because his queen is lower level, he opts for using, I believe he uses 3 witches on each side with 2 healers each, leaving 4 for the core. So you got to remember, guys, you can't put all your witches on the side. And the purpose of the witches on the side is so that they overwhelm the defenses through the outside, while everything in the inside is being gutted out by the kill squad, which is the golem, the 4 witches, the king, and the queen. He brings in a golem through the middle because his king's only level 10, so he won't have that sort of tank specialist in there. And so, again, just keep in mind, the point of the strategy is to overwhelm everything. And so his witches stay really close together very nicely here, taking out all the trash buildings. And it's funny, the witches on the right are going to end up converging to the middle, puts in the rest of the witches and a jump spell. Some people I've seen him bring in like wall breakers, but that's taking a lot of risk. I prefer to see a jump spell, and that one single jump spell gives access to the entire core. Let's pause here for a second. Yeah, keep in mind, you also have to deal with a CC. Typically, they're not as big of a deal when it's a witch slap because you have a lot of witches. But if it's like an Electro in there, or even a dragon like this in a balloon, you want to make sure that queen is in the center. You want to rage her right there. That way, that CC becomes a non-issue. The bowlers and the king are starting to wreak havoc in the center of the base. Once the CC is down, then this base should be crushed. So, and there, he freezes it and puts a poison spell. Very important, slows down the action here. And that golem is just tanking all the damage for that queen and for the witches. So, puts down another rage. Again, gotta keep in mind the queen is low level as well. And so she's going to need that rage to help her power through some of these defenses. Gets stuck a little bit on the wall, but you see everything is just overwhelming all the defenses on the exterior. So those 3 witches are still intact on there. I think there's only two here, and that mortar might give him some trouble. But now you see there's nothing in the core left except for an Expo. And the hero abilities have not even been tapped. I've seen Mike pull off his strategy multiple times with the queen walk. I prefer this one without the queen walk because the queen walk can be a little more sporadic as far as like where she walks, and sometimes the healers can kind of lose their path and go and heal the golem instead of the witches. So this is so crushed. She's gonna have so many troops left at the end, and I mean, he's got low-level heroes, guys. A max setup, right? He's got max healers. He's got max witches. But still, guys, I mean, this is... there's just no... this base is pretty max. It's got max walls, and I think it had max defenses. And so the fact that he 3-starred this with a level 10 king and a level 14 queen is just amazing. So, and he's been doing this. I mean, when he misses with a high percentage 2-star. I'm not saying we don't want 2 stars because it doesn't help us win wars, particularly at Town Hall 9. But even if you miss, and let's say you were doing CWL, Clan War League, and you can consistently get 2 stars, that guarantees it, guys. And Gohobo can be the opposite. Gohobo is one of those really powerful strategies that if you don't pull off correctly, you're going to end up with a 1-star or a 0-star. The final one I want to show, guys, I was attacking up with Desert Fox on my Desert Fox account. And so before we begin this one, Frozen Witch is a little bit different. It doesn't use healers. It can use healers, but I opt for just a complete overwhelming of the base. Don't need a jump spell because you use a wall wrecker, so that can help you path through the center. All you have to do in this strategy is a Town Hall 10, and I'm attacking a Town Hall 11. Doesn't have an Eagle artillery, has a maxed queen, level 50 queen, and a couple defenses are higher level, like the Expos are max for Town Hall 11, I believe. So the idea with this is complete overwhelming of the defenses as well, and you want to funnel a good amount of your kill squad. I think I put 5 witches on each side, really far away from any air defenses and any splash damage. And so those witches are going to take out the exterior, while the wall wrecker and 5 witches come from behind with the queen. I bring 1 lone wizard because just that happens to be the amount of spaces. And you'll see how it's called Frozen Witch, because you begin freezing everything in your path. I actually lose the wall wrecker very early because I dropped a couple of those free spells a little late. So he was able to still get through the core. And then what you do is, as the sorry, there's a lot of action going in the center. As the wall wrecker pops, the 5 golems and 5 bowlers and 1 giant are gonna come out of there. You want to rage them and heal them, because they're gonna just absolutely tear through the center. And so let's watch this. There's even a tornado trap in there, which is not typical for a Town Hall 10. And so the bowlers are still able to make it through. And I mean, just look how fast they take out all the core defenses. Goodbye Inferno and goodbye Expos. At this point, guys, again, this raid was not a complete wipeout because I was stacking up and some of these defenses are very strong. And you use the last few free spells to help you finish. My queen almost died and I almost didn't make it. Was able to pop the ability last minute, and she was able to take out that air defense, which is not really an issue, but also take out that archer tower and weaken the wizard tower. But you see, again, the overwhelming, look how many little skeletons are popping up. And so this strategy I haven't really used that much at Town Hall 10 because, again, drag floods have become sort of meta. But if you see, if you get bored of drag flood and if you see a base with single target infernos at Town Hall 10, you won't have a tornado trap. They won't have little 4 expos. You can very much stake it out. And I mean, again, look at this. It's like the healer survived on the right side. On the left side, there's so many witches. That bomb, oh my gosh, I think I almost had a heart attack when I saw that go off. But it's done. And so I was able to attack up slightly. Again, no eagle artillery. But that's it, guys. I mean, the gist of, if you take anything away from the witch slap or the frozen witch, is the key is to overwhelm defenses. But this is not just a spam strategy either. I know a lot of people on YouTube call it spam because a spam strategy is something where you can just drop a bunch of troops of the same kind and hope that they just do what you want them to do and they win at 3-star. I wouldn't call it spam because you still have to plan the pathing of the witches. You have to keep them away from the air defenses because they can take out your healers. You want to keep them away from splash, which is mortars and wizard towers. So if the wizard towers are kind of close to the center and the mortars are spaced apart, you want to keep that's a perfect base. And especially once you go into Town Hall 10, if you got single target infernos, those guys are no match for the witches. Now, as you saw in the core, it was taken out by not witches but by bowlers. But the key is have at the end, your core wasn't able to take out one of the infernos. They're not even gonna have an issue being taken out by witches. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Frozen Witch video. Something a little different. I'll try to bring more varied content now, guys, and a little more often. So just like and subscribe, share the videos, and hopefully this is helpful for you guys. Just trying to help you all, and any questions, just feel free to ask in chat. Goodbye.